we're asked to graph this parabola. So this is the equation we're given. We're told to plot 5 points on the parabola, the vertex, 2 points to the left, and 2 points to the right. Then click the graph to do it. So my suggestion, we can use this pencil to put them in, but I'm going to encourage you maybe to use this function, which is to actually enter the coordinates, the x and the y. 2 ways we can do this. Again, I'm going to start with the graphing method, because if you have a graphing calculator, this is really the best way to go about it. Let's graph this minus 2x squared minus 16x minus 30. We're going to graph this. Now, this minus 30 might mean it goes down to negative 30 something. Let's just hit the graph. Well, that's okay. I can see pretty much everything I need to. I certainly can see the vertex, which is a maximum in this case. And then I can get some points on either side. So what we are going to do is, to graph this, is we're going to go to the table. Instead of trying to figure out what those are, right? Table. But I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4. If I go to my table, I want to go to negative 4. I want 2 points to the left or smaller, so that's negative 6, negative 5. But I'm going to do what they say. Let's start at the vertex, negative 4. As we see, it's 2. That's a maximum value. Then it goes down to 0 and goes negative this way. And going in the other direction, notice from 2, it goes down to 0 and then down more negative. So 4, negative 4, 2 is our vertex. So we're going to enter that first. With that. And we just plot the point. Negative 4, 2. I just click on plot the point. There it is. The next point, let's do this. This over a little bit. And I guess I don't need that anymore. So let's erase some of this stuff. Oops. Come on. Oh. Erase this. Okay. Back to here. Let's go back to our points. Let's plot negative 5, 0. 5, 0. Plot that point. You see it going to the left. Negative 6, negative 6. Negative 6. Negative 6. Plot it. Okay, I see that side. Now let's come to the right. Negative 3, 0. At that point, see I'm on the other side, and negative 2, negative 6. I didn't have to choose those particular points. I could have gone to negative 1 and negative 16, but you can see I'd be off the graph very quickly, so that's probably not a good thing to do. Did I hit plot? I think I'm not sure. Anyway, there we go. So I've got my 5 points like they asked. I hit the graph thing. I get the graph like they asked. That's it. That's all there is to this. Now, if I don't have a graphing calculator, what would I have to do? Well, then I have to go back and find the vertex by the vertex, knowing that the point of the vertex is minus b over 2a, and the y-coordinate is going to be f of minus b over 2a. So I first have to find the x-coordinate. Remember, the number in front of the x squared is the a, the number in front of the x is b, the number by itself is c. So I would have to come, now let's just do it up here. I get negative 16 over 2 times negative 2. So this becomes a positive 16. This becomes a negative 4. 16 divided by negative 4 is going to be negative 4. Just like we see here, that's the x-coordinate of our vertex. Now we need to plug negative 4 into the function. So we get negative 2 times negative 4 squared minus 16 times negative 4. minus 30. So you're still going to need probably some kind of calculator to handle that calculation. But we could do this, right? Negative 2, negative 4 squared. Make sure you get those parentheses, because if you just do negative 4 squared without the parentheses, you'll make it negative 16 instead of positive 16. Subtract 16 times negative 4. And then what was the other one? Minus 30. Minus 30. That's 2. So that's the same point we've got here, negative 4, 2. And then we would do the same thing. We would plot that to find 2 points to the left. Well, if negative 4 is here, we're going to want negative 5 and negative 6. So we would then just start plugging those values in to this function, and you can see how many calculations we're going to have to come up with these same values. We would also want to get negative 3 and negative 2. Again, being able to come here and go to the table, it gets it to us right away. Additionally, we can look at the graph this way, and we can see the overall flow of things. Everything, this is how it looks. We get a picture view of it. We get the numerical. We got a lot of information here on what's going on. Whereas this one, we're doing a lot of calculations. But again, if you didn't get a graphing calculator, there is a way to get through it. But again, you're going to have some calculations. I won't go through each of these, but I'll start this one. You're going to plug in negative 5 to the function, right? So your y value here is going to be negative 2 times negative 5 squared minus 16 times negative 5. I'm running out of room here. Okay. Again, if you don't need this, you're probably gone. If you aren't gone yet, you probably need this. So I'll take a little bit of time. Negative 5 squared minus 16 times negative 5 minus 30. But when you do all this calculation, you're going to get 0. For this one, you're going to plug in negative 2, negative 6 squared minus 16 minus 5 minus 30. When you do all this calculation, you're going to get negative 6. Okay. And do the same thing for negative 3 and negative 2. Plot your points. That's how you can do this. Okay. So that was number 9.